everybody. I'm Duff. I'm your host here all week long. And we did it. We're here. Season 11 of the Ultimate Golf Country Club Championship Tournament. How's everybody doing out there? Lots of people already in the chat. Now, we've already got a question out there. How do I join this tournament? Let's go right into that. So how do you qualify for the Ultimate Golf Country Club Championship Tournament? So the Country Club season is 28 days long. So we take the top 16 point earners over that entire 28 days. So there's a 2-week regular season, a 1-week playoff, and a 1-week final. Add them all together, your points from all 28 days. Top 16 get a chance to play in this tournament. Now for this season 11 version, here are your 16 teams. French family, and we've got Drew with us. Drew, how are you?
Hey, Def. Thanks for having me.
We've also got Get Good, Shock and Awe, Slice of Life qualifying for the tournament. Flight A-Holes, Arnie's Army, The Dudes. PJT, you still with us? He's picking up his kid from school.
I am here.
There he is. He's here. Speak Easy made the tournament. Canadian Club, Swing Fanatics. We've got Jeannie here. How are you?
Great. Good to be here, Dove.
Awesome. Now, Able Assassins, they qualified as Mediocre Men. And then they had a little bit of a merger with some other club, $1 Billion Mines. Anyway, so they're competing as Able Assassins now. And you see that new logo. It's pretty badass. Good job. Whiskey Business, we know who those guys are. 3-time defending champions. Get Good too. So they have 2 clubs. They kind of, we refer to it as a feeder club in the business. So they kind of act as one big club in terms of like social aspects and sharing info. And I'm sure they've got a group chat and stuff like that, but they compete as 2 separate clubs. So they earned the right to compete as separate entities. We've got Angry Birds. We've got SB Fight Club qualified. And I believe we have Dale here. Dale, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Duff, thanks for having me.
And we've got $1 Billion Mines as well. Actually, I just see joining the chat too from Angry Birds. We've got JSI. Just send it. Are you with us, Connor? I think he's muted. Anyway, that is our 16 teams for this Ultimate Golf Country Club Championship Tournament, Season 11. Now, how does this tournament work? So round 1, you can see on the screen there, is a tournament where everybody plays. So with 16 clubs and 25 members in each, that is a potential to have 400 people compete in this opening round, which is insane. It's never been done before in Ultimate Golf. And I tell you, these last 24 hours or 22 hours since it started, they were a little stressful, but we got through it. It's over now, and it's... we're going to get to the results here shortly. So we took the top 10 scores from each club. We added those together, and that was the total that we used to determine who the top 8 teams are. So those top 8 teams are going to advance to round 2, which is going to be a head-to-head battle. How that works is we take 3 members from each club. They play a head-to-head match. Now, in the past, it was 2 or 7. And we used the Wheel of Death. So we'd spin a wheel. It would come up with one of, I believe, 5 pre-selected balls. And both clubs would have to use that ball. Now, in Season 11, we're going to mix it up a little. The Wheel of Death stays. But we have a tour wheel as well. So it's going to be either 2 or 5, 6 or 7, according to the wheel. And they are going to be forced to use the ball that the wheel chooses. So these team captains are finding out that for the very first time, and we'll talk about that later. So after that, we go down to 4 teams, which is the semifinal. In the semifinal, we are going to use the brand new Tournament Royale. So if you haven't seen that yet, that's the one we've been running on the weekends. It's a 6-rounder, top 6 scores, cumulative scoring over all 6 rounds. It is pretty fun. I've played it a few times now. I wasn't completely sold on the top 6, but after playing it a few times, I absolutely love it. It's something new. It's something different. It's super fun to play. And that's the one we're going to be using for the semifinals. Out of the semifinals, 2 teams will survive, and they are going to play a match play tournament with 3 members from each squad. Now, if you caught the last one, it came all the way down to hole 17. We had Whiskey Business versus Shock and Awe. It was Snipey dropping the Albatross for the win on hole 17. So that one came down to the wire. So that's the format of how this tournament works. The Ultimate Golf Country Club Championship Tournament. It is one of my favorite weeks. Now, on to results. So 8 teams get through. Let's have a look. So here is your bracket. I got to make sure I got all my right stats here. I do. So in the 1 spot, not terribly surprising, we've got Whiskey Business. Whiskey Business finishes first. They finished at a staggering minus 301 under par with their top 10 players, giving them an average of just under 30. That's insane. They did not have the lowest score overall, though. We'll get to that to a minute. And actually, let's discuss it now because it is all over the chat. Jaime, JXE going super low with a minus 35. So for those of you who don't know, these guys played Banff, all 18 holes at Banff. And to throw a little mix in there, they had 0 replays, and I threw crosswinds at them for every single hole. So that means he shot a 35 with no replays and crosswinds, which is absolutely outstanding. And only beating Ian from SB Fight Club by 1 stroke. He was also that 34. Like, that is huge. Those are ridiculous numbers with what I threw at them. Great job, guys. But okay, so that's our number 1, Whiskey Business. Who do we think's number 2, captains?
I think we all know.
Shock and Awe. Shock and Awe is in the 2 spot. So Shock and Awe comes 2. They finished at 296 under. Now, I'm going to show you guys at the end the full gauntlet of all the scores and everything that happened. JXE was the low score there for Shock and Awe. We'll go Whiskey Business. They had 4 guys actually at minus 31. Swamp Fox, Snipey, Nate, and Ranch all shot minus 31s. Now, 3rd place, we have none other than the Dudes. The Dudes.
Good job, dudes.
Take 3rd spot. PJT, hell of a job, buddy. Now let me find my Dudes spreadsheet. Old Shartsy was the low score for the Dudes. He shot a minus 31. These guys, this scoring in this game is so good right now, especially with the conditions I threw at these guys. Now in 4th place, we've got, any guesses? Anybody? Canadian Club. Canadian Club comes in the 4th spot with a 285 under. So that leaves 4 spots left to continue their Country Club Championship tournament journey. And in the 5 spot, and she's here with us right now, we've got Swing Fanatics. Come in the 5 spot, and you guys are going to be playing Canadian Club.
Holy moly!
You're going to be playing Canadian Club. Look at that reaction. I wish I had a replay on. What was it? Holy moly, she said.
I wanted to drop the F-bomb, but I'm not going to.
No, we're good. So Swing Fanatics in the 5 spot. You had Cruiser with your high score of a minus 29. DJ Mags at 28. John Ladd 28. Aaron 28. Tiger Woo at 28. That's a hell of a job by that team. Great job, Swing Fanatics. And there you go. You've made it to the dance. Anything you want to say to your team, Carol?
I'm trying to mute myself. It's so exciting. I'm so proud of them. We've got such an awesome crew. I mean, I love this one play, one and done, because it really showcases, everybody. And I think the belief just grew a lot for my players, especially because they're able to see that, hey, you know what? They look up to a lot of Whiskey Business guys, a lot of Shock and Awe, and they're par with them on a lot of the scores, right? So I think that was huge for our crew. And it's great to battle another Canadian because I'm on the West Coast, he's on the East Coast, so we're gonna bring it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So that's top 5. Top 6 or finishing 6. We've got, there you see it move over on your screen, SB Fight Club. Dale, you guys came 6th.
Fantastic.
That was good.
Absolutely fantastic. Guys really played well today, and we've come a long way in 2 seasons. I'm very proud of them.
So you guys finished at minus 272. Obviously, Ian there with a minus 34. Huge score. Milkman with a 29. Arthur with a 29. Millsy with a 28. 27 for Bobby K. Dale with a 26. That's respectable, buddy. That's respectable.
Thank you.
Good job to Fight Club. So now that means we are down to 2 spots left to qualify for the head-to-head round to make it to round 2 of this tournament. In the 7th spot, we've got, I was going to move the wrong one just to mess you up, but no, there it is. Speak Easy. Speak Easy slides into the 7th spot. Now, I apologize, Speak Easy. That is an old logo. We pulled those. It's a lot getting this tournament together, I tell you. And that was pulled a few days ago, so we will update that going forward with a new one. But congratulations, go to Speak Easy. In the 7th spot, they've got a tough first matchup there with Shock and Awe. And that means we are down to 1 club left. So Speak Easy shot a 268. Their top scorer was Glenn with a minus 30, Slabsy with a minus 29. And the last spot goes to Slice of Life. Slice of Life takes that 8th and final spot. Now, they were tied also with the 268. The tiebreaker we used for this one was the lowest score by an individual, and then we just worked our way back from that. So Speak Easy and Slice of Life were both tied with 268s. Slice of Life's lowest score was Michael with a minus 29. And because Speak Easy had Glenn with a minus 30, Speak Easy gets the higher seeding. So that's it. Those are your top 8. Unfortunately, multi-time defending champions, French family of the regular season, of the country club season, out after the first round. So French family had a 266. They were 2 back. Get Good had a 266. They were also 2 back. Able Assassins and Arnie's Army, Angry Birds, Get Good, Flight A-Holes, and then Billion Dollar Mines rounded out. Drew, sorry about your luck, buddy. But here we are again.
Yeah, here we are again. Another tough loss, but we have a great team. We've faced adversity before in the regular season finals. We finally figured that out. I think we'll figure out this tournament one day and challenge for the championship. But tonight's not about us. It's about those top 8. Congrats to all of them, and I look forward to seeing how the championship unfolds.
Oh, you know what? Look at this. Oh, it didn't matter anyway. Speakeasy had them. You're right. Nathan brought it up to me. Okay, I'll show you guys my stats. Here's how much. Where's my stats? There they are. So here's what goes into making this tournament. Look at all this. So the tiebreaker was, so look at this. So they're contesting the minus 30. So you're right, absolutely. Slice of Life did have a 30. I did catch that because it was second down. So Slice of Life had a 30. And then a 29 and a 28 and a 27. Speakeasy had a 30, a 29, a 28, and 2 27s. So there we go. So Speakeasy does retain the 7th spot. Slice of Life gets the 8th spot. So good catch, Nathan, on that one. I didn't catch that right away.
Y'all even did TB points. So much work put into this. Thank you for everyone that contributed. And by the way, this new bracket graphic that you've added totally kicks ass. I love that presentation that you're doing tonight with that.
I like that one. So I sat here all afternoon trying to figure out how I was going to present it, because before I would just write them on the bracket and fill it in. I like this. Moving the targets, it was fun. Anyway, so that's
awesome.
So that's where we're at. So those 8 teams, there you see it there. So Dale, I don't know if you caught it. So you'll hear in a second. So Whiskey Business versus Slice of Life, Shock and Awe versus Speakeasy, Canadian clubs taking on the Swing Fanatics, and the Dudes taking on SB Fight Club in head-to-head battles. That's all going to start tomorrow and Wednesday. What day is it today? It's Tuesday. So Wednesday we're going head-to-head. Thursday we're going head-to-head. Friday will be the Royals, and Saturday will be the final. I will post the stat thing on the Facebook group so everyone can get a look at it, and I'll give it up to the captains as well. So there's your final stats for all clubs. Unfortunately, Billion Dollar Mines, not much of an effort put in, and we'll remember that going forward. But there's all your stats, so we'll post that so everyone can have a gander and see what everyone did. And at this point, I will kind of turn it over to the captains here. Any questions, comments? How are we liking this 16-team format? And there was lots of chat going on. How excited were your clubs to play in this tournament? And did you guys kind of play together? Were you worried about the standings throughout the day? Like, kind of take me through your day a little bit and how it went. Carol, why don't you start?
Yeah, I mean, we've got everyone in different time zones. So they were excited that they were able to play a little bit earlier last night. And I think it was because it's our second time around this. So I think the nerves weren't quite as there, which is good. And I think we just needed to ratchet up our game because we knew who we're battling against. And, we were keeping score throughout the day just to see where everybody was at. And even for myself, it was really hard because we have no drops to the first few holes. You're like, oh my gosh, like kill me now, right? And you have to take a little break, and then they just come, and you're like, you know what? I can play this game. They can play this game, and the fact that we were able to, put our scores up minus 26, minus 27, 28, and just really brought our game together. So we got really excited by that. We were always looking at, who's playing next. And I was always calling to play in terms of, you guys have 2 hours left to play. Let's get the scores in, right? And so we were all excited in that sense. And everybody played, regardless where they came in. So even they weren't going to be in the top 10, they still played, which was great to see because I think it was just a great group effort. We called it our party, right? It's a duck party time. So it was our little party. It was good. It was good this time around. So, and we're super proud of everybody on the team, especially. And, I was able to see firsthand, the players that, really rose to the occasion and really brought us over the top, right? So, like Cruiser, for example, he had to work all day today and really had to stop halfway through, and he forgot that we closed at 5 and he's like, we've got 3 hours left. I'm like, no, you've got an hour left. Right. So I had to make sure that, he knew I had to tag him in every single, platform that we had to make sure he got his score in because I knew that we needed his score to count. Right. So it was a really, really good, effort for everybody. And it was just a great experience. And, we look forward to the next one already. Right. So, yeah. So thanks for putting it together.
That is fantastic. Before we go any further here, I'm just going to go back to the stats thing and give a very, very special shout out to the big guy, Big Easy. So I was slammed all day trying to organize this tournament and get everyone going and dealing with some other stuff. And he stepped up this morning and said, hey, Duff, want me to help you with the scoring? And I said, big guy, absolutely. So he's the guy that put all this together, got all the scoring in. And so huge shout out to Big Easy. And if you guys aren't aware, so lots of changes in Ultimate Golf in the last little while, and we've started doing this brand new scramble feature for the football. So whenever there's a Monday or Thursday night game, you're going to get 2 options for tournaments. You pick one team or the other and enter the tournament, and you're going to win prizes for the tournament. And so this is an extra tournament added. Saw some people complaining about the bonus prize, but this is an extra tournament, a chance to win extra balls every week. It's fantastic, and it's a super fun format. And so Big Easy and I, the night before, do kind of a little podcast themed show on YouTube. We've in the short term named it UG with Duff and Big Easy. And Big Easy gives his picks for the week. We usually play a Royale. We chat Ultimate Golf. And here, I'll give you a quick little peek. There's a little peek at what Big Easy comes up with. And so if you haven't checked those out yet, make sure you can go back and watch the old ones. Or we've got another one coming up. I'm sure I'll post that on the Facebook group. You can catch that. But anyway, big shout out. Big thank you to Big Easy. Thank you so much for doing that. That is awesome. And I appreciate it so much, brother. So yes. What about some of the other clubs? Like, what did you guys do? Dale, were you guys chatting much during the day or worried about where were you going to finish? Did you know that you guys had qualified before jumping on this stream right now?
Wow. So a lot like Carol just said, we have guys and girls from all over the world. So it was great to have that extra time to play last night. I think I started getting scores around 1 o'clock in the morning. And it got crazy through the course of the day, all of the chats going on. And I'm like, geez, I just want to play my round. And I couldn't because every time I try to drive, there's another chat and there's another message. And did we do this? It was just so crazy all the way until 8 o'clock when the tournament ended. And then it was like the eye of the storm. It got so calm. My wife came out. She's like, what's the matter? I'm like, I don't know. I actually have my feet up and I got a beer. I'm like, I'm good right now. We thought we had done enough to make it. Ian dropping that 34 and Milkman and Dean dropping the 29s. We felt pretty confident, but you never know. So it's been a very stressful day. It's been a very exciting day. And we can't thank you enough, Duff, for putting this whole thing together, because if you didn't, none of us would be able to be doing any of this.
You know what? I'm actually pretty proud of this tournament. Like, and some of the messages and the chat. Obviously, we have a captain's chat that I have, and we're chatting, and I've got a bunch of personal messages from people, and it really is a community kind of feel, and it was exciting today, and it was fun, and everyone had the chance to kind of compete as a team. You do compete as a team over the course of the country club season, and in royales and stuff like that. But it was a real chance to compete in a one-off event as a team. And I think the first time we ran that in season 10, it was kind of new to everyone, and we kind of weren't sure how it was going and what was happening. And it was split into the two brackets. Shout out to Hip Brent, by the way, who fixed that. And we had just about everyone, I think all but two, in the same bracket today, which really added to the fun and the excitement and everything of how this played out today. And it was awesome. You guys were awesome. The captains, the players were awesome. I think everyone was kind of pumped and excited about this. JSA, I know you're here. Are you unmuted at all? Are you able to unmute? Can you say hello to us?
Yeah, I am muted.
So unfortunately, Angry Birds with the early departure. These things happens. You guys you're a fantastic club. You guys kill it during the regular season.
That was my fault. I had around. I play with those whiskey business balls. I think I should have played with something else.
Oh, there we go. So I forgot about that. So the winner of this tournament will have the opportunity. So anyone that's used a gold ball in the last month has seen that whiskey business logo on it.
Yeah.
And it won't be long, another week, and you can stop staring at it unless they manage the four-peat. Who knows? Anything can happen. But we're Angry Birds. Connor, were the Angry Birds, were you guys chatting back and forth today about this? Was there a little bit of excitement in the air?
Yeah, we don't have a lot of our guys on Discord, so it's kind of hard to get a hold of them. But yeah, I mean, we all played last night pretty much, or this morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. So we got it done early, most of us.
So now, do you guys know? I know a lot of clubs do this. Do you guys play together as a squad on Discord or whatever else you do at the same time?
Yeah, a couple of us do. Either we'll play together, leave the icons on, or we'll play one hole and then tell each other what to do on the next one, kind of.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's a fantastic way to learn. It's a fantastic way to get good scores. I know we've done it in the past when I was a member of Whiskey Business, and even pre-Whiskey Business. Like, we had a couple Zoom sessions in Discord where we've played a little bit, and whatever, you can have a beer, or if you don't drink, have whatever, and it's just a chance to chat with your buddies and and play this game. And in this format, you're actually able to compete together instead of against each other, which is always pretty fun. PJT, are you still with us?
I am. I'm back. Sorry, I dropped off there for a bit.
Now I know the dudes have always had an active chat, and you guys are kind of a friends first, golf mates second kind of approach to the game, which is fantastic, and I love it. And how were you guys throughout the day today? Were you guys helping each other out and lots of chat?
Lots. I mean, we're always chatting, but I was going to follow up on a couple of things Dale and Carol said. As coordinator, I ran into that same situation, Dale. I was like, spent the whole day getting sucked into coordinating stuff, and I didn't play my round until like 2 hours left, and it showed. But
right.
But yeah, we did not make it in this round last time, and that was pretty humbling for us. So I was pretty proud of all the dudes for the results. But I wanted to shout out Lat Pow. This afternoon, I started pinging all the guys who hadn't played or entered the bracket yet. Where are you going to play? Blah, blah, blah. I forgot Lat Pow was in the hospital. He had a freak thing with his knee. He was high on drugs. He finally responded and said, "Sorry, dudes, I cannot play. I'm so high on medication. There's no way I can play." Next thing I know, he's playing. And not only did he play, he put up a 28, which gained us 2 points, which I think bumped us up one spot in the rankings. So I want to shout out that guy. We told him, don't worry about it. Forgot you're in the hospital. Don't think about it. But he decided to play anyway, and he put up a 28 from a hospital bed. So great play by that man.
Attaboy, Lad Pow, and all the best to you. That reminds me, I've got a couple more shout outs that I've got to do. First goes to Diane, who's a regular on the stream. You guys saw that message where she was the player of the week. After playing, I believe it was 14 months, finally got her very first tourney win the other day. So congrats to Diane. And our condolences, another stream regular, Steph VV. Unfortunately had her dog companion pass away, Bonsai. So I just want to say we're thinking of you, Steph, and these are tough times. And shout out to Max out there, who I said I would do a shout out to, who's apparently a cat that watches this stream. One of the hip guys. It's actually Keith who does all the graphics for the hip squad. So we had a little joke going. So Maximilian, hello to the cat, meow. That's it. Anyone else? Anything to say? Who are you looking forward to? Are you looking forward to these next rounds? Oh, I'll ask you real quick. What do you think of the changes for the head-to-head? Adding 5, 6, and 7 for the tours. Drew,
I like it.
You've always got an opinion.
No, always. No, it makes it less predictable. It's when you're doing one tour, it's kind of easy to practice all the holes and kind of get a feel for what it is. Now it's going to be lower winds on those tours, so that'll make it a little bit easier, but you still got to prep for all the possible situations. I just want to say, by the way, to the two people that just spoke, SB Fight Club and Swing Fanatics, congratulations to both of them. I love their energy and their leadership style. They definitely have me taking notes, and they've kind of come out from not nowhere, but they have broken through that top 8, and they have surpassed us multiple seasons now. So a big congratulations to them. Obviously their team's on the rise, and any of you can do it. I know there's some teams out there that are still tanking for platinum. What are you doing? I mean, maybe you get a little better ball rewards, but come on, go for the full thing, get a chance to compete in this championship. I promise you it's worth it.
So joining this chat right now is Jaime JXE. I will give you a personal shout out right now. What an absolutely brilliant round, buddy. You absolutely destroyed that. 35. Well done. So on that note, I think that brings us to the end of this very first.
Do we know what days yet? Who's playing Wednesday? Who's playing Thursday?
Yeah, I'll hit you guys all up in the captain's chat after this. We'll get everything done.
Okay.
So yes, we're gonna have head-to-head. So this is done. Tuesday's done. Wednesday, head-to-head. Thursday, head-to-head. Friday, we're going tournament royales, and you guys at home will have the chance to play alongside in that tournament royale format. And there's no cut lines in this one, so we won't see any early entries like we've seen previously. And then Saturday, we have the big final. So I'm Duff. I'm here all week as your host of this Ultimate Golf Country Club Championship Tournament, Season 11 already. Wow, that's awesome. Now, it's not a Duff stream unless I give her one of these, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to sit back now and relax after a fun day, and I hope I'll see you guys all tomorrow for the first of the head-to-head matches. I'm out of here. See ya.